So a few years ago, my mom calls me up and says, I have a bunch of stuff in the attic, you have to come and get rid of it. Now I have like 1,000 brothers or sisters, so it made sense. My parents needed to make some space, so I drove home and I'm going through these bins of old stuff from my childhood, and I realized a couple of things. One, I had a really strange imagination as a kid. Two, I had awful punctuation. And three, I was a terrible journaler. Like my journals would go every couple of months or so. And maybe you're a journaler, and if so, you're the holiest person on the planet. I'm convinced of that. But my journals were awful. But as I was reading through these journals, I noticed this phrase that kept emerging, and the phrase was this: I can't wait until. Over and over and over again, I kept seeing the words, I can't wait until. It would be things like, I can't wait until middle school. That's when people really mature. Or I can't wait until high school. That's when I'll really make friends. Or I can't wait until I get a car and then I'll really experience freedom. Or I can't wait until college and I'll begin to understand what I'm really made for. And as I was reading those, I kind of stepped back and thought to myself, I've been sleepwalking through massive portions of my life. And maybe that's true of you. Maybe you've been sleepwalking through portions of your life in pursuit of the next thing you can't wait until. Have you ever had coffee with someone who's there, but they're like not really there? You can tell that they're there physically, but their brain is somewhere else. They're probably in a hurry to do the next thing on their agenda. Have you been hurrying through your life? Maybe you're hurrying through a line, or you're hurrying through traffic, or you're even just hurrying through a meal. I wonder if there isn't beauty in the things that are most familiar, most close to us, right under our noses, that we're missing. And I think that often the things that are most constant are the things that we're least aware of. It's kind of like furniture or wallpaper. We sort of forget that it's there altogether because it's in our life so regularly. But I don't want us to miss the things that are right under our noses. In Genesis 28, there's a guy named Jacob who wakes up from this crazy dream and he says, surely God was here and I wasn't aware of it. And I don't want to be like Jacob. I don't want my life to be marked by instances where I look back and think, surely God was in that and I missed it. I was totally unaware of it. Dallas Willard said that familiarity breeds unfamiliarity. And I think often those things that are closest to us become unfamiliar because we don't take the time to actually see the beauty and the sacred power in them. And so may we be a people that take time to slow down, to breathe deeply, and to see beauty even in the familiar.